guys, it's Phoebe from Who's Phoebe and welcome back to my channel. This is my last video of 2024. Before we get into this review on the Doctor Who Christmas special Joy to the World, on my birthday I'm bringing back 24 days of Doctor Who, a birthday countdown to my birthday. It'll be the same context to the Christmas countdown, but the only difference will be, guys, it'll be a countdown to my birthday instead of Christmas. Anyway, let's get on with this video, this review. If you've never seen my face on your screens before, please click that big red subscribe button down below. And also click the notifications bell to get notified every single time I upload. Never miss a video. I have a little script here of what I have to say in the intro because I'm very bad at kind of coming up with a cool kind of intro. So if I have a different intro written in each week, it kind of helps me out a bit because I can do stuff with it, okay? Alright, let's get on with this video. So today is the Doctor Who Christmas special. I did want to film this when I was back with my mum and dad, but our TV had other ideas and just kept pixelating and the signal was dodgy and everything like that. So yeah, I've decided that I had to review it when I got back here, which is absolutely fine because I kind of started 24 days of Doctor Who in this room, so it feels kind of right to end 2024 in this room. I don't know why, it just feels right to end 2024 in here. So Joy to the World is written by Steven Moffat, so this is a very good Christmas special. I liked this. It wasn't as good as last year, but it definitely comes close. Now the Doctor goes to a time hotel and instead of rooms it is time portals, so it's blooming awesome. I like it. I like it a lot because it's a very different type of Doctor Who special. We've never had like a time hotel before, so this is always intriguing in itself. The concept of the Doctor being in a time hotel is something that we've never experienced before. There's a Silurian as manager, so instant tick for that. So yeah, there's not really much I can say about this Doctor Who special that's bad. I loved every minute of this. Joy was such a good one-off Doctor Who companion, and when the future Doctor managed to get the number to shut down the briefcase, he'd spent a year in Sandringham Hotel, and the Doctor is definitely getting better at waiting, as long as he's kept busy, which is always a good thing, because the Doctor was working in Sandringham Hotel for a year to get to the point where the time hotel opened, if that makes sense. So he worked as a handyman for a year, which is always a good thing. The Doctor is getting better at waiting, I personally think, because he was stuck in the hotel for a year and he was able to do like odd jobs like serve food, change light bulbs, do all like the fix a microwave, anything that Anita put his way the Doctor could do. So that was actually a really, really good thing that the Doctor was able to wait. What I do like about this special is Vanguard. Now I don't know if this is going to carry on into season 2 of Doctor Who, because the Doctor kind of has not really bumped into the Vanguard before, but it kind of is mentioned in this particular one-off Christmas special. So I don't know if Vanguard are going to come again in this particular, in the next series and everything like that. We don't know. Also, we get to see Ruby in this special just kind of towards the end. She's obviously in her own place now, which is kind of, you know, great and everything like that. But the Doctor on top of the Orient Express, hell yes, I am totally down for the Doctor being on top of the Orient Express, because we see the Orient Express a lot in this also. The lady who is sat in the carriage on the Orient Express is reading a book by Agatha Christie. How cool is that? Also, Doctor Who and foreshadowing. I mentioned this in a 24-day of Doctor Who video, kind of as Christmas was as we were counting down to Christmas. It's a shame that Christmas is over now, because Christmas is like my favourite time, but here comes the new year, I guess. So it's always interesting, because when there's foreshadowing in Doctor Who, it really helps you, like, not necessarily connect, but it's always kind of like nice to have those occasional moments of foreshadowing in Doctor Who. It's ideal. Anyway, I really liked this whole concept of the Time Hotel and everything like that, because we see the Doctor go into various different rooms. Also, they talk about COVID in this. I'm not sure if that was Stephen Moffat's brightest idea to bring up 2020, but I'm kind of glad it got a mention about COVID and the effect it had on people, you know, like if your parent was in the hospital and you couldn't see them, you could only chat with them on FaceTime. It kind of reminded me of like the fact that we now live in a digital age where we can do things like that, but when lockdown came along it was a lot harder, because you couldn't say goodbye to people face to face. You had to say goodbye over a computer screen, and it's never the same. It never is. So I just felt kind of like the fact that they gave COVID a mention in this was a kind of ideal, because Joy mentions to the Doctor that her mum died Christmas Day 2020, but she didn't get a chance to say goodbye in person because of the rules. So yeah, that was kind of interesting, I guess, because it hurt a lot of people. So I like the mention of COVID in this. It just makes the episode feel so much more real and touching. I feel like a lot of people who watched this would have been touched by the fact that they didn't leave COVID out, which I think is always really good. Yeah. I like how the Doctor sort of was really kind to the Silurian as it was towards its death. Also, the mystery briefcase, that was interesting. I kind of liked that, because the Doctor sort of walks back into the TARDIS, grabs his coat, puts his coat on, grabs his Sonic. I will say this, I still do not like the design of the Sonic screwdriver. It annoys me. It's not a screwdriver, it's more of a Sonic spoon, and again, I don't like it. I know that screwdrivers had a lot of controversy in the fandom. I'm on the side of don't like. It's not ideal, so yeah. But this episode was actually really, really good. I actually really enjoyed this episode. I definitely missed Ruby in this episode, but it was nice that she made an appearance in this, even if it was more towards the end. Also, the fact that Joy was able to save the Doctor instead of the Doctor saving the world is interesting, because they've never really had that many one-off companions be the one to save the day instead of the Doctor. Normally it is the Doctor who ends up saving the day and nothing more is said about it. So the fact that they had the Doctor save the day is Joy saved the day is again distinctly interesting, and I loved it. I loved everything about Joy to the World. Obviously I had to re-watch this because my TV was being so stupid. Not this one. This one behaves itself. My parents' TV, it was being so stupid and decided to cut out on the interesting bits, and with this episode you don't really need that, because you need it to be, you need sort of all these scenes that have the Doctor and stuff in them, and you need to have like all the important bits kind of there, otherwise you don't understand the episode. But I understand the episode now that I've rewatched it, a bit more. But yeah, overall I think Joy to the World is really, really, really good. It's definitely a great special, and I hope Stephen Moffat writes some more for Doctor Who Series 2. Well, actually I'm calling this the next series, Series 15, because I do not like the fact that they are restarting it. Yeah, so so overall I would give this episode a solid 10 out of 10 Christmas wise. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, give it a thumbs up. I've got lots of videos planned out for 2025, including a spring version of 24 Days of Doctor Who, which is, like I mentioned before, it's going to be the same context. I review 24 classic Doctor Who episodes, but instead I review them going up, counting down to my birthday, so it's a different context. So I will see you guys in the new year. I will wish you guys a very happy new year, as this is up on the New Year's Eve. And I will see you guys in 2020. And in the words of the 10th Doctor, Allons-y. Allons-y.